Welcome back to Operation 8th Air Force. It's now turned 10 and it's just clicked over to January of 1941. This will be the turn for the Germans, the Vichy and the Nationalist Spanish faction. Alright, let's start off with tech. Germany has 4 tech to roll for, same 4 we've been rolling for a while with very limited success. Max at a 7 with the green dice, factories at the elusive factories with the black dice at 7, radar at 7, and long range at 8. Let's give that a go. So I'm trying to manifest some combat rolls because I seem to roll high with combat and low with tech. So light blue and white. So here we go. Okay, not too bad. So we have a white 9, which is long range. We finish long range. That's good. We miss radar. Not good. Black 12 is factories. So we go to stage 3 on factories. And then green is mechs. So we go to stage 3 on factories there. So we've only completed the 1 tech, which is long range, which is pretty poor considering where we're at in the game. But anyway. Alright, this slightly does change a couple of my battles that I wanted to do, but that's alright. I've just planned for both. So Germany has 60 IPP in the bank. We're going to spend 30 on fighters. So 20 for 2 German fighters. We're going to lend-lease the Italians a fighter, so that's 30. I'm going to build 2 tank destroyers apiece. So that's 4 apiece, so that's 38. Militia, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48. And then infantry class, 51, 54, 57, and that's an airborne for 60. For the Vichy, they're going to build a Foreign Legion and a militia, and we get a free infantry for our volunteers. Okay, so let me just check my combats now, because that does change things ever so slightly, not massively, but... Alright, so we'll start off with the airborne unit that's in northern Italy, a German airborne unit, and the air transport is going to, so now that we've got long range, we're going to come out 1, 2 into M6, 3 into M7, 4, 5 into M9, drop the airborne with a movement of 3 left, 1, 2, so 1 back into 9, 2 into 8, 3 into Tobruk. So that is just going to be a walk-on for the Germans. So I'll take Cyprus with, I'm just going to update as we go, just so it's easier for the walk-ons. So we go to 50 and the Brits go to 25. Some rondels. So that's Cyprus. Okay, so the next battle will be a tactical out of northern Italy, and a fighter will come from an airbase, will come 1, 2 with a movement of 3 left. They'll attack in there. At the same time, we're going to bring from West Germany this Strat bomber off the card with an airborne from a base, from an airbase in West Germany. 1, 2 into Austria, 3 into northern Italy, 4 into M8, 5 into Sardinia, 6, 7, and land back in Rome. So that Strat bomber is going to drop the airborne in there for that assault in Sardinia. The fighter and the tactical will go on from there. 1, 2, 3, and they'll land into Tobruk. That's their job. Okay, from M5. M5? M5. Oh yeah, M5. The submarine is going to come down 1, 2 and raid into M. No, I didn't want to go into M4. I wanted to go into 1, 2, 3 into M8. Is that where I was going? I hate it when this happens. No, we will go into M4. We will go into M4. And that's the plan. We're going to stick with the plan. From A35, there's two fleet submarines here that are going to come back, one into 44 to M2 and 3, and join those other two. That other submarine in M4. Oh boy, what a mess. From down here in A18, we're going to come up 1, 2, 3 into 35, and then the submarine from A15, 1, 2, 3, also into 35, and they're going to raid in A35. Really wanted to hit radars too. That sucks so bad. And I think that's it for all of our battles. The rest is going to be just non-coms. All right, so let's do our battles. Let's do the raiding first. So 3 raiders here in M4. So the British have long range and the British have radar. So that negates. So this will just be an even roll, which kind of stinks. So black for the Germans, blue and red for the Brits. Just thinking there's nothing else. Long range doesn't give me any modifiers in attack, I don't think. No, it doesn't. All right, so long range. So these will just be flat. So the first submarine in M4. Nothing. Second one. Oh my God, nothing. And the last one. Okay, that's a 1 to a 4. So we do 3 damage in M4. M4? Yeah, M4. So 3 in here. Hopefully the Japanese can have a bit more luck than me. All right, so then we've got our 2 fleet subs in A35. They're going to try and raid. So again, just 2 flat. So these are just flat rolls. 1 to a 6 is no good. That's nothing. And the last one. Oh, God. 1. You got to be kidding me. This submarine strategy is not panning out. Oh, God. All right, let's do our battle in Sardinia here. So we've got an airborne dropping into mountains. So he'll drop down to a 2. Tactical and fighter against the 1 infantry. I'm hoping we have some luck here. So let's start with our tactical. That's 7. Okay, so he gets the job done. That's a hit. And then defending infantry at a 4. And 6 is no good. So we take Sardinia with 1 airborne. Where can I put this? That's crushed stuff. Okay, so Sardinia. So these planes will go on and land in Tobruk. The Strat bomber lands back in Rome. And that guy comes off. Now we'll give this, because this is original home country for Italy, we're just going to give it back to Italy. I think we have to anyway. So Brits go down to 24 and the Italians go to 12. Non-combat. Alrighty. Okay, the seaplane that's in Western Germany is going to fly to Rome. We're going to take, let's put this down a second and get my list. One infantry from Denmark is going to go to West Germany. So he just joins a card. This airborne here will rail to Rome and go in there. Probably need a card for that soon. Cavalry from Bulgaria will go to Romania. Cavalry from Yugoslavia will go to Romania. One fighter from Western Germany will fly to Northern Italy. So one fighter off the card here from an airbase. 1, 2, 3. Plenty of space left. Land there. Okay, the Deutsche Afrika Korps will move to West Germany. The infantry of the Deutsche Afrika Korps. Oh, yep. Stick to the plan. So the Deutsche Afrika Korps will move to West Germany, consisting of 3 infantry. What do I got in the card here now? Okay, so we're just going to move the infantry of the Deutsche Afrika Korps into Western Egypt. So this fighter is on the card. So it's just the 3 infantry. So they're going to join the 2 Italians in there. So it's a total of 5 infantry. If he wants to come into the desert and fight the Dak, he can, I guess. See what he wants to do. All right. The medium armour and the mechanised that's in Belgium, over here, they're just going to drive to Berlin. So 1 into Western Germany, 2 into Berlin. This infantry that's in Berlin will march forward into Western Germany. The mechanised that's in Normandy is going to drive to Alsace-Lorraine. So 1 to Paris, 2 into Alsace-Lorraine. A medium armour and a mechanised will rail to central Romania. So that's the 2 rails in there. And then we've got 1 more rail movement left. And we're going to rail this infantry out of East Germany to southern Italy, and we're going to move the mountain infantry that's in southern Italy into Sicily. Okay, I think we're good. All right, let's get to placing some units. All right, so our 2 fighters are going to go into West Germany. So I'm just going to join the card here. The Lend-Lease, while we're at it, is going to be delivered to northern Italy for the Italians. Let's do the Vichy. So the Vichy are going to go into northern Algeria, so French Foreign Legion and militia into northern Algeria. That's what I wanted to do. I'm going to also fly this Vichy fighter 1, 2, 3 into northern Algeria. Just hanging out over there, minding his own business. start. All right, so militia, let's place that. So we'll put our free Berlin infantry, Spanish volunteer in there. We've got the tank destroyers, so we haven't built anything in Warsaw or Romania, so one will go in there and one will go into Warsaw. Infantry class, so the airborne, what did I want to put the airborne on? West Germany. We'll put the airborne in Berlin, actually. And we've got 3 infantry to place. So one goes in Paris. And then one goes in West Germany, and one goes in East Germany. And then we've got our 5 militia to put down. Okay, so 5 militia. So one of those goes in Romania, one into Warsaw, and then we've got Paris. So that takes us to 3 militia in Paris. And we've got 2 more militia to place. So one's in, I think one's in Alsace-Lorraine. And then we've got one into Slovakia. I think that is everything. All right, let's do recruitment. So we've got the Vichy at a 2 for recruitment. Hey, we get a 1. So we will put 2 militia down into southern France. So I'm going to get those. Of course, I don't have the Vichy out. So 2 militia in southern France for the Vichy. Get a chip. It's unexpected little wind. And let's roll for the, let's see if we keep our luck going with the Spanish at a 6. There's an 8, and I spoke too soon, of course I did. All right, I think that's everything. Let's do income. So Germany now is at, we've gone up 1 for Cyprus because Sardinia went to the Italians. So we're at 50. And then we've got our bonuses of Sweden, Romania, and maybe MRP. So let's put the 5 MRP to one side and let's collect 56. And we'll pick up another 6 for the Vichy next turn as well. All right, let's do a quick recap. Hopefully get this done nice and quick. Okay, West Germany now has 4 infantry, 2 marines, 6 fighters, AAA artillery, 2, did I say 2 marines? Yeah, 2 marines and an artillery. Hope I didn't repeat any of that. Okay, 4 in port, in the submarine base, there'll be the coastal sub. In port in West Germany, there is 2 destroyers, battlecruiser, battleship. Netherlands, 1 infantry. Denmark, 1 infantry. Oh, we've got our free fortification. Crap. All right, let's put that down. Let's forget something. Let's put our fortification down in, let's put it down in Denmark. Oh, I don't know if I can put it on Denmark, can I? We'll put it in the Netherlands. Put it in the Netherlands. I'm not sure. I have to check about Denmark. But anyway, fortification in Netherlands with an infantry. Belgium has a militia. Picardy has 1 militia, 2 militia, Alsace-Lorraine, and a mechanized infantry. Paris, 2 medium armour, 3 militia, 1 mechanized infantry, and a total of 3 regular infantry. Normandy is a militia. Aquitaine is a militia for the Vichy. They have 3 infantry, artillery, 2 militia in southern France. Bavaria has an infantry. Berlin, 1 medium armor, 1 mechanized, 1 infantry, 1 airborne. East Germany, 1 infantry, 1 militia. Okay, never mind. In Warsaw, there is, I think it's 9 infantry, 1 militia, 2 medium armored tank destroyer, and cavalry. Slovakia has a militia. Hungary has a militia. Western Yugoslavia, 2 infantry and militia. 1 infantry in Eastern Yugoslavia. Do I need him there? Probably not. Let's back him up into Western Yugoslavia. So Western Yugoslavia is landlocked. So 3 infantry and a militia. Romania has 5 infantry, and now it has a total of 6 cavalry, 1 militia, 1 motorized, 1 medium armor, 1 tank destroyer, 1 mechanized. Bulgaria has 2 infantry. Northern Italy has 1 German fighter. Rome has a airborne, a strategic bomber, seaplane, and I thought it was a German, and 1 German infantry. Southern Italy, 1 German infantry. Sicily, 1 mountain infantry. Sardinia, 1 German airborne. Cyprus, 1 airborne. Let's go over this side of the world. Fleet submarines ×2 in A35. Vichy submarine in M2. 3 fleet submarines in M4. We've got a that's right, that's all Italian. Vichy in northern Algeria, we've got 1 militia, 1 fighter, 1 French, 1 Foreign Legion, Vichy Foreign Legion. In Tobruk for the German stuff, we have 1 motorized, 1 artillery, 1 medium armor, 1 light armor, 1 self-propelled, 1 fighter, 1 tactical. The rest is all Italian stuff. Oh, and 1 air transport. The rest is Italian stuff. In Western Egypt, we have 3 DAC infantry. Cyprus, 1 airborne. And I think, hopefully that's everything. All right, I'll turn it over now to Panzer J for the Russians. If I didn't cover off on income, I'll quickly do that again. So 50 in the bank for the Germans plus 6, 56 for next turn. And then 6 for the Vichy. They're still collecting 6. All right, I'll turn it over to Chris or Panzer J for the Russians. Thanks for watching.